But can we go back further than No Limit, Cash Money?
Ooh, further.
Can we go back further than that of
What in the
of
South?
what of what really shaped the South, what brung them,
Wait,
what gave them
older
the
than No Limit
inspiration?
and Cash Money?
Older than No
Wait.
Limit and Cash Money.
Oh my,
Yes.
speak on this. Who is this?
Dare I say older than DJ Screw?
Oh, oh, them
Dare
fighting
I
words. What's
dare
going
I
on?
say older than SUC?
Ooh.
Dare I say older than UGK?
Big facts, big facts, big facts.
This is
Big facts, big facts, big facts.
Big Facts.
It's your boy Big Mike, too big for 1G. We in the building. BTP
Ah,
the real. We ready to go. Big facts. We are back with another episode. Excuse me, another episode and another really goddamn good topic. We're gonna dive into a couple topics. First things first, BTP the realist, tell me what you heard about the underground scene and what you've caught, your ears have caught lately. And we're gonna
man.
dive into this. This will get a little slightly confrontational or controversial or just fucked up. But let's find
just
out.
batshit crazy, like shout out to the Congress Bridge bats for keeping shit batty. I'll say this first and foremost, man. A lot of the work's been going around Austin, Texas, in the underground scene. A lot of folks been putting in that work. Everybody coming together. Just recently, we had a Kodak Black show run around in Austin, and that man was going crazy. He was dancing. I think he like crashed his car. Like, I ain't no telling what's going on over there. But he was performing in Austin, and that boy Quin NFN was able to open up with him, perform at the show with him, and that boy had it packed. A lot of people in the crowd were showing love. A lot of folks on stage were showing love, and supposedly he wasn't even was going to be allowed to perform at first because there were so many people on stage, and they were
Oh,
able to, I guess, to
yeah.
let that go. Yeah, and I remember, performing, shout out to
Man,
ODN and all them. We was out on stage like fucking 15, 20 deep for like no reason. Like we was just out there, for no reason. Not everybody, we just passing the microphone around. But it's crazy, man. But no, man, he did his thing. They was talking about the scene. Supposedly, we got this group out here, New Austin. Shout out New Austin. Everybody coming together really for the scene of it, collaborating. They were making that mention of New Dallas out there in D-Town with down here in Texas. And yeah, man, it's just really interesting to see how everybody's coming together. Things are forming in different parts of the city. And and where the game's coming from, because I just also recently, talking about live performances in Austin, there was this guy, I don't know
the
his, I
live
don't.
music capital of the world. I repeat, the live music capital of the world, Austin, Texas.
Austin,
That's where we
Texas.
coming from with that. I want y'all to understand this. All right, just let's throw that out there. All right.
Don't
Continue,
put
continue. My bad, my bad, my bad.
put it out there, put it out there, and I mean, it was just kind of one of them things where, he was performing and doing his show at, I don't know, it was like a bar or something, and Spotify ads started playing. And and there was like Chick-fil-A commercials and all this shit. And this was at a live show with a crowd there, and people listening. And I'll say this. He stood up there and waited until the advertisements were done. And as soon as they were done, he got hyped. He was like, all right, we're going through. And I gotta say, I've never in my days, in my 31-ish years, have I seen somebody, I mean, rapping over vocals is one thing, and that's another conversation. We'll get into that another time. But,
Yeah.
rapping over music that's on Spotify as a show, and then you get hit with the commercials because you got the free plan, and like you low key just advertising folks. Like everybody think about, man, I wish Chick-fil-A was over right now. Like we out here, and
Everybody got commercials and running it. You got Chick-fil-A cravings happening at 2 o'clock,
2 o'clock
1 o'clock,
in the
12 o'clock
morning,
in the morning.
people
And
mad.
people is upset, like, cause we listening to ads instead of jamming. And he probably actually had them pretty lit. Shout out to the artists that this happened to. I don't have your name on deck. But we're definitely gonna say this. It didn't go a little viral. They probably it's circulating around.
Oh man,
You can find it.
you probably people,
But
if you be listening to this podcast, you probably seen it. And if
you'll
you,
be able to find it. It was a youngster that went on stage. I don't know if he's young or not, but
he look
he went
young.
on stage.
He look young.
BTP
He
is
look
like, nah, he look young.
he look
BTP, I
young.
feel you. So we I just want to say this. Like you said, we'll dive into that part on another day, performing over your lyrics, because that's crazy. On top of that, man, bruh, you could have just paid for the subscription. Especially if you knew you was gonna be performing, you could have just got your little 7-day free trial or something. You know, like your
Hmm.
3-month promotion at a discounted price. You had options. Here we are advertising for Spotify. Shout out Spotify
Shout out
for
Spotify.
being very reliable and very reasonable with the way that they organize and run their program. I really appreciate you for being such a great platform for us. Shout out Spotify, and
Uh-huh.
go and check us out. Big Facts on Spotify, by the way.
My man.
Also, I'm just saying, you could have paid for the subscription instead of making everybody in that club or that performance in that venue have to stand there and listen to your damn ads. And then I'm glad you were a performer though. The show must go on, and you continued to get hype, and you ran it, and you turned it into something. And but come on, man, we got to get more professional. We need show tracks. And if you
Yes.
don't have show tracks, like what are you doing?
What is a show track for those out there that may not know what exactly that is?
What's a show track? Ooh, that's a damn good question. So if you're doing music and you're an artist and you're serious about your craft, you should know what a show track is. I shouldn't have to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you any damn way
Big facts.
with 2 G's, all right? Because it's too big for 1 G. So a show track comes with your vocals, as in your ad libs, and your main vocals, which are like really the meat and potatoes of your song. Your verses shouldn't have any vocals. It should be just straight up instrument. And all you get is your instrumental, and you are the instrument that fits in with the beat. You need to perform. We came to see you perform, and trust me, it's going to come a little stronger. You'll have a better connection with your fans. They'll appreciate your craft even more if you come out and actually just rap. Like, having a show track is one of the most professional ways because you can really showcase your skills. So artists, we gonna all blow what we blow. We gonna smoke what we smoke. That's cool. That's your thing. But if you're not aware of your breathing techniques and really being able to perform and be on stage and do your thing and have the capability to recite your music and really be uh, tapped into your artistry, it then what the fuck are you doing for? Like we're watering down hip hop so much to the point where we don't even have to perform anymore because that's what you're doing. You're not performing. You might as well just do what Buddy did and hit play on your Spotify and just let it play. Ad lib your songs. How about
Which
that?
would be
Just come.
entertaining. I can
That
see
would be entertaining. You know what I mean? I can see
Little
that.
John, that motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just
What?
don't even rap. You might as well just ad lib your shit. Like it's damn near just a waste of time to be sitting there listening to you. And that's for the people that really understands music on a different level. Now, if you just dared to jam and you feel like that shit really did it for you, it made your night hype, you was crunk, you was with it, you was tuned in, you was live, you was lit, whatever, then cool. That's your skilo. For me, I want to see you perform. Can we get back to performing? Can we get back to really actually taking our craft seriously? Because if y'all take y'all craft seriously and you're really an artist about your shit and you sensitive about your shit, then you'll do your shit better. Cause like right now, like that shouldn't happen. Like we shouldn't be at this point where we're so lazy that this is happening, and us as listeners are allowing this to happen. We're allowing this to happen. We're partaking in half-assery. Yeah, write that one down. I call it half-assery. Yo, I ain't never seen so much half-assery in my life. It's too much half-assedness. Like it's either you're gonna be all in and you're gonna do the work and you're gonna make it sound great. And for us to really come in and get a good, real picture of how you perform, those who make good money, man, they really perform their songs. Now, when you're performing to thousands and thousands of people, you might need a little supporting vocals, like because to do that for an hour, yeah, you might lose your voice. It might not sound the same. But when you really practice your craft, man, and you get on that mic, you can sound just like you do in the studio. Problem
Hmm.
is that y'all putting a little bit too much on them songs in the studio. So then it comes back like, oh crap, who is this guy on stage? So now you got to let your song play and try to rap over the vocals. Da 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 da. It's another circus in town. We're gonna have to learn how to get better at what we do. So I'm just saying. I'm
Exactly.
just saying. And I'm not gonna
Exactly.
say anymore. But big facts, man, the show track is the way to go. That way, you don't have to worry about paying for your subscription. And you can
And it
take that
sounds
money
better.
that you're gonna
Lord
pay
have
for your
mercy.
subscription. Now, unless you're gonna go listen to Big Facts podcast, then yeah, pay for your subscription.
Pay for everything. And as always, Big Facts
Of course.
LLC, if you need a show track done and situated, we can get that for you, no problem at all. So that's a little
Absolutely.
tidbit right there, And the thing is, you were kind of mentioning it with regards to the performance and then being able to have the breathing techniques, because a lot of the times you go into a professional studio, sometimes people may lay down their vocals in a way where it makes it almost impossible unless they're super
To
talented to keep up with
actually
themselves.
perform it.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
And that comes in when you get the punching in. Like
Yeah,
when you gotta punch in, it takes away that capability to transfer that to performance. Now you're really talented and you're skilled at what you do in your craft. You've practiced your shit. You know your shit. Most of the time, you don't have to punch in. You kind of, not even one take Jake. I've seen guys start all the way over and still come back and hit it like they need to do. But definitely seen some one take Jakes, and that means in a broader sense, for those who don't know, that's going in and laying down a real track and being able to spit it from start to finish and not fall off,
exactly.
not make a mistake, not stumble through your words, really keeping the cadence, learning your timing, having the song down packed because you have rehearsed it and you've taken that time out to really learn and memorize your shit. Like, I don't understand, like, why is this not a practice anymore? Like, to the point where we have to do these things and punch in when you're recording. Um, Punching in when you record has become so acceptable, and that shit, you can hear it. You can hear the energy flows and you can hear the change in it when it
Mhm.
comes time to perform. And if you can't perform a punch in because you can't breathe it, you know what I mean? Because you haven't learned it enough to even learn that cadence or that delivery for that breathing technique you need.
That part.
Like, so that's where the performance becomes a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all of
Hmm.
these things of what you got to do in order to get your shit down pat to perform it correctly. And that's
Yep.
and that's coming from a guy that just has an ear and knows how to help you get there. Shout out to Big Facts, man. We make a way where there is seemed to be no way.
We will make a way. And if your producer you working with is not providing you these things, come to Big
Yes,
Facts. Come to Big
big
Facts,
fact.
because it's one of those things, man. Like, we're gonna make music, but we want to continue to contribute to the culture of the live music capital of the world. And that's being able to
Facts.
provide good show tracks. I remember one
Right,
time, back when, when we were performing, and I admit we rapped over vocals sometimes,
right,
but
right,
but the big thing that we really like to do was we would have a show mix, and there's pros and cons to this. We would have one show mix and it'll be like 10, 15 minutes long, however long the slot is. And it would literally be multiple songs all tied together. Now, the pro is
right,
tell the DJ press play and he can have fun with it. The con is if it messes up, you lose your place. Now you got to find it in the show mix, right? And that
right.
becomes a thing. But I mean, when you get creative with these things, you can like add effects, you can add different
Oh man,
transitions. I mean, there's so many things. I've had DJs love some of the
right,
show mixes and the crowds just trip out, with some of the
right.
effects that we're able to put, and making it just a little bit more than just the music. Like,
The
yes, the music's there,
more
but
than
let it
just the
be
music.
a
Yes,
show.
the music is there, but you gotta come to perform. Your fans, your partakers, your peers, your fucking nuances of what you do, it matters.
Hmm.
You have to come and perform. Point blank simple. Whether
That's
it's
it.
six people or 6,000 people or 600, you gotta perform. You gotta be able to come out, put together your show track, and really get out there and have some fun. A show track can consist of something just like that. I
Mm-hmm.
prefer the more old school method, you know what I mean? But the
Mm-hmm.
transitions are are necessary. That's why the DJ was so important
That part.
back in the gap. You know what I'm saying? Back in the gap, a rapper was nothing without his DJ. Shout out to LL Cool J.
Yeah,
So,
man, real shit, man.
you
And
know,
in
for
a
the
lot
real
of
DJ,
in a lot of aspects, it's the same thing nowadays. Like a rap ain't
facts,
nothing.
without his DJ. And I feel like, the DJ really don't get enough love anyway. Not anymore.
Hmm. Shout out to
But
all the
yet,
DJs in Austin, Texas.
all the DJs in Austin, Texas, but yet there is other platforms just for DJs now. And that's pretty
Hmm.
impressive. I
Real
think
talk.
that's really dope.
Real talk.
Disc jockeys
Yeah.
need more love. I'm
Hmm.
gonna always say that because without y'all, there would be no rap game.
Hmm.
So,
Say it.
I,
So
I,
serious, man.
speaking of that, speaking of the rap game, can we talk about who really influenced the South?
Bro, bro. And the South was on notice recently. I don't know if you've seen some of the headlines about the verses that just went down between No Limit
I
and Cash
did,
Money.
I did, I
That's
did,
the South, and they
I
some
did.
old
That's
heads.
definitely the South. That's
And
definitely some old heads in the game, and,
you know what
and
I'm
they
saying?
they they did start some trends. They did begin a lot of the things that you still see today,
Hmm.
um, and that's big. And I'm thankful for being a part of that golden era of music and being able to enjoy it. It's what made me a fan as well. It's what played a part in making me a fan. But
Hmm.
can we go back further than No Limit, Cash Money? Can we
Ooh,
go? Can
further.
we go back further than that? Of
What in the
of what
South?
of what really shaped the South? What brung them?
Wait,
What gave them
older
the
than No Limit
inspiration?
and Cash Money?
Older than No
Wait.
Limit and Cash Money.
Oh my,
Yes.
speak on this. Who is this?
Dare I say older than DJ Screw?
Oh, oh, them
Dare
fighting
I
words. What's
dare
going
I
on?
say older than SUC?
Ooh.
Dare I say older than UGK?
Ooh. Oh Lord.
And I mean barely by a year. Uh
Shout out Bumby.
Shout out Bun B Pimp C, may he rest in peace. UGK till I die, man. I love them to death. They're definitely a big, big, big part of why I love hip hop. That Rod and Dirty album, I'm gonna just start right there.
Oh man, talk about it.
That Rod and Dirty album changed my whole understanding of what you can do with lyrics and what you can do with production and sound and samples. Like it
Bro.
just they went crazy, bro. Like they took so much and they did so much. So UGK formed in 1987.
And Riding Dirty dropped in 96.
Right. So I want
Bro.
you to know that what was it coming out hard? Came out in what? What was their first album? BTP. Let me know their first album. I want to say
Man.
come not coming out hard. Was it coming out hard?
Their first album that's observed is Too Hard to Swallow. And that
There
came
it
out in
is. Too hard to
92.
swallow. 92. Okay, so think about all the free shows. Think about all the times that they've done music or written music for different artists. Think about all the things they did from 87 until 92.
Mm-hmm.
How much work they put in that short period of time to get to where they were, short but long. Like, and I'm sure it probably felt long back then. So, with that being said,
Mm-hmm.
who came out before them?
And I want to mention, as definitely an honorable mention, I was seeing this. They were formed in the 87, and it was originally Pimp C and Mitchell, Big Mitch Queen. That was the
Yeah,
original
that was
duo. And
the
then
original duo.
and then Big Mitch left to go for a football
Yeah,
career. And then
yeah,
that's when Bun B came in
yeah,
and was able to do that. Big Mitch still came back on some UGK songs, but Bun B didn't come in until a bit later, which is pretty interesting to see how
exactly.
that came
Well,
together. Yeah.
and that's why, in my opinion, everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like Like you can't judge a book by its cover, and you damn sure just can't go with the first reaction you think you should. Pimp C
Mm-hmm.
still didn't let it die. So you still had Pimp C doing his thing. Mitch had already left to go do his football thing. We're talking the 80s.
Yeah,
And in that
80s.
period of time, that transformation, here comes Bun B. He's like, man, I got a homeboy. I'm finna fuck around and put him on this song. You know what I'm saying? Bun B was a bona fide hustler. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
True and true, through and through. But at the same time, he was, he was still on some Mac and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they
Man.
all had their own little vices or things of that nature. And then you take all of these combined forces and thought processes and these fucking intelligence between these two men, and they goddamn come up with some crazy shit that drops in
Crazy
the
shit.
early 90s that just kind of took the fuck off. And I mind you, this is just before Cash Money, Master P, you know what I'm saying? All these cats. This is before, just before all of that jumped off.
Mm-hmm.
You still gotta tip your hat to Rap a Lot,
Rap a lot.
because Rap a Lot Records originated in 1986.
Ooh. Oh man. That's
So the
crazy.
originators and in the original rap group that was coming out of Houston, shout out H Town or other surrounding areas, therefore, and you got the Ghetto Boys. You got 1986, you got the Ghetto Boys coming out. The Ghetto Boys started dropping music like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, they really blew up big, in my opinion. They just, you know, who's that peeking in my window? Nah, that's
You
that's
know,
that's that's what kind of shaped and changed what was happening. They had a bunch of other hits too. So it just, you gotta pay homage to who started this South shit.
and who was signed to Rap a Lot? That was that main group that really blew things up. That it surprised me. I had no clue.
That you got Ghetto Boys.
Ooh, so who are the Ghetto Boys for folks that are listening that might
The
not
ghetto
know?
the Ghetto Boys. I'm not now here. You're gonna quote me on this, I'm sure, but and I'm not that great with all their names. I know it was Bushwick Bill. I know you had Scarface, and
Mhm.
who am I missing? BTP,
Willie D,
Willie D,
my man.
bro. Totally forgot about Willie D. I feel old. I'm sorry, Willie. Shout out Willie and his family, and Bushwick Bill, and shout out to Scarface, man, for that
Yes,
unforgettable voice that we all love and can't get enough of. Like it, and that's no homo. Like really enjoy his lyrics, and his lyricism is impeccable. So and it's
yep.
something that you just can't find. Um,
Serious.
he's he's an immaculate artist, an immaculate rapper. And I think he doesn't get enough flowers for his incredible lyricism and storytelling.
Hmm.
Um, and his production, like his choice in beats,
Oh, bro,
his sampling, his
just
sampling,
everything.
and whoever is this producer as well. If he probably produces his own shit. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know everything about these people, but I do know how they influence and shape my mindset on the shit.
Damn
I
right.
just know that Face is always gonna be and forever held in my heart as a Texas legend that you just can't really
Yeah,
compete with.
man. No, yeah, exactly.
Probably
And yeah.
the best lyricist out of Texas.
Oh, bro,
Point
easy. And
point
the
blank
thing about
simple of
him
all
is
time.
like he's like one of the last like storytellers, and
Yeah,
when I
and
listen
and and
to
to say that one of the last storytellers is fucked up is that he was one of the beginning, one of the starts, one of the
that's wild,
founders
ain't
of
it?
storytelling. Like to
Yeah.
think about that. You know what I'm saying? And they had to been young as fuck when they started. You know what I'm saying? Like so to really understand like that he was at the beginning, at the forefront
Hmm.
of hip hop, and Rap a Lot Records was already standing
Yeah.
to the point where they could sign the Ghetto Boys. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure they probably went through someone else for distribution or something like that, or that nature.
They went through a few different folks. I think
eh,
A&M Distribution was one of the first ones, and then it went to like
that
Virgin
makes sense.
Distribution, and
Of
yeah, there was a few
course,
of them. So they
you know what
worked
I
through
mean.
distributions, but it was
So
always that label.
that label, and they were competing with other major ass labels at that time. So
Man,
to come out that hard like that and then pull in other powerhouse artists after that is crazy.
it's
So
crazy, bro.
and for that legacy, that time in that time period, and to have the run that they had is pretty wild.
Hmm.
And some of the other stuff's probably just topic of conversation for another day. As far as why did the Ghetto Boys fall apart? Why did they go through what they went through? Why did they fall off like they did? And why did they end up so damn broke if they had so much success? So
Right.
many different questions, you know what I'm saying? That are
Hmm.
unanswered.
Yes.
RIP Bushwick Bill.
Hmm.
And to others if that's the case. So we have today we have covered underground music and music as a whole, and how the production should be, how you perform.
Hmm.
Shout out to Austin, Texas for being that place that you can actually come out and be that mecca to just
Hmm.
to just express yourself when it comes to your music and your talents.
Yeah.
Austin, it's just always been a little safe haven for people to come through and just release.
Damn
Um,
right.
and shout out to all the greats that came out of Austin. Um, we have had an amazing run with hip hop out of Texas.
Yes.
Who's going to carry that torch? Who's going to be that beacon of light that
Hmm.
gives us that good trunk thumper,
You
that
know,
big motherfucking riding down the
and
street,
and the
changing
consistency.
lanes,
You
and that
know,
consistency
so let me
of a Texas sound? What's up?
so check this out. Just to be able to put things, because we talked about rap a lot, Ghetto Boys, and like that
Right.
influence. Just to name some of the rappers, right? Some of the notable artists, at least from what's being perceived on the internet. So we have three different versions of Rap a Lot, right? So we have the original Rap a Lot by J. Prince Jr., a senior, right? So the
The
original
senior. Yep.
senior J. Prince, Rap a Lot for Life. We got Bun B and Pimp C, of course, UGK.
Yep.
Zero,
Yep.
Mike Dean.
Yep. Mike
And
D.
and and, and I'll pause there because Mike Dean is a producer and he's the head producer
Yeah.
for Travis Scott. And that's
Right.
something
Right.
to think about with that type
So
of thing, right?
that's Mike Dean, formerly
Yes.
known as AKA Mike D.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, I want y'all to understand that Mike Dean is Mike D.
Yeah.
So yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead, my guy. Go
So
ahead.
Ghetto Boys, of course, we talked about them. Trey the Truth, right?
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
that's a whole thing. Of Scarface, of course, as an individual artist. They had Do or Die signed at this time. They
Yeah,
had Do or
yeah, bro.
Die.
Part of Rapperlite. You didn't know
Yep.
that? Yeah, yeah.
I'm I'm
Well,
young.
I know you young. I know you young. I know you're a young man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little aged like fine wine.
Hey,
But but I definitely yeah, man. Do or Die was definitely fucking with rap a lot.
and
Hence why you know Twister has always been a good advocate, and shout out to Twister, for being such a good person that connected a lot of people in different circles. You know what I'm saying?
that's
And he always
honest.
shouted out Texas hip hop. You know what I'm saying? For
Hmm.
being a type of staple that just we held our own. He always shouted out the South,
Nah, that's real
and always
shit.
represented hard for Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
a good connoisseur that showed us love and we showed him love. So it's always been real with Twister.
Okay.
But you also got to shout out Do or Die for stepping outside of that zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Do or
Damn right.
Die. Who else did they have?
Man, they had Devin the Dude,
Of course,
Texas,
Dev.
Texas' own Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We got Yup Mouth. They
Yup,
had
I
the
remember that.
Outlaws
I remember the Outlaws.
and
Yeah, I remember
Tella.
the Outlaws. Who?
That was Tella.
Tell her.
Yeah, Tella. This guy is from Memphis, and he was known for the single "Show Nuff" with his association
Ah,
with A Ball and MJG.
MJG. Okay.
Yep. So
Okay.
so that's the original Rap a Lot, right? So now
Right.
there's a new era Rap a Lot. This is called Rap a Lot YEMG, and this is by Jazz
That's with
Prince.
Junior. Yeah,
Yeah.
J. Prince Jr., Jazz Prince Jr.
So with this one, they have YK Osiris, Honeycomb Brazy,
Uh-huh.
Finesse Two Times, Folly Molly, and Jug Bug.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the other one. And the other portion of Rap A Lot is now called Rap A Lot New Wave, and this is with Baby J Prince. So we got three generation of Prince
Oh wow. So
running through.
so
Yeah,
that's oh wow.
bro, it's
Okay.
senior, the dad, and the son, the
Literally.
the grandson, and with his label, he has Corday, Almighty
Yeah.
J, and YBN Namir.
That's Junior. Okay. So
That's like the
Junior.
grandbaby.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Junior
Junior
Junior.
Junior. Yeah,
So,
that's the third.
bro, three generations of Prince that have had their hands in the music game since like the mid late 80s, right? And that's from establishment. So we can think it's
Man,
been running before that because you got to
that's
build that momentum. It's wild.
bonkers.
It's wild.
Yo,
And that's a true musician family. Like
that is
at
yeah,
that
yeah, true
level.
story. Yeah, you're not gonna we're not gonna knock them mob ties. We
Hmm.
can't knock that at all
Hmm.
because they doing their thing and they did it like they were supposed to.
Hmm.
Legacy. You know what I mean? Being able to actually pull off the unthinkable, generational wealth, like really pushing with something in mind and sticking to it. Like shout out to Rap a Lot.
Shout out to
Dope,
Rap a Lot.
dope, dope
Like
for
real shit.
being that big influence in hip hop in the South and allowing the South to put on, helping us put on.
Yeah.
Because without Rap a Lot, no, and I feel like we really got to shout them out because whether it was right or wrong or how things was done business wise, you know what I'm saying? That ain't for us to decide. That's for the people to deal with that's had business with them. Um,
Yes.
but I am gonna say the influence and providing those platforms for us to get some of that great talent. It's amazing and it's
My
appreciated.
man's. It's crazy, man.
So
They've had that
give them their
influence for
flowers.
over, yeah, real shit. They've had that influence for over
Almost 40
40
years.
years.
Oh,
Think
actually,
about that.
over 40 years. So
Over 40 years. Think
that's
about
that.
any
Yeah,
business, right? Any business that's been open for
any
over 40
business that's been
years.
over that most of them aren't still going. So
That part.
shout out to them and
Shout
for
out.
just being that staple for so long.
Exactly.
Um,
And really bringing different opportunities, not just to the game in the US, but also just the South in general, because I'll never forget
facts.
when they went and Wayne and Birdman went and got Drake initially, right? They had him
Yep,
on
yep.
tour. He wasn't really doing too much. He was working on his mixtape, but they sent him where? To Houston. They sent him to Rap a Lot and Texas
Of
folks.
course.
And then out of nowhere, here comes So Far Gone. And it just sounds like a complete Texas
A
record.
whole
and
nother kind of
and
artist too.
you know, yeah, it's a completely different guy. And ever since then, I really feel like that just blew up his career in a way that, where he is now.
That
you
it
know
probably wouldn't have. And he definitely shouted out Texas and Texas hip hop culture repeatedly.
Repeatedly.
I ain't really like, you know what I'm saying? Uh I ain't really like it at first. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was like, who the fuck are you?
Straight
What
out
you
of
talking about? You
nowhere,
know what I'm saying?
right?
Like you just kind
Talking,
of come out of
yeah.
nowhere, like what you mean? What you mean? You
Yep.
fucking with Texas like that? Like we don't fuck with you?
You know,
Like
and it's and what's amazing about it is, just as I think at this point, I don't know if it was Jay Prince or Jazz Prince. I think it was Jazz around this
jazz.
time. You know, they took a guy from Canada, from a middle
Yeah.
class upbringing, upper middle class. I'll go ahead and say that much. Upper
Upper.
middle
Yeah,
class
yeah.
because of
Upper
his mom,
for
his
sure.
daddy was a successful musician. He was on
Yeah.
Degrassi, which at that point he
Right.
done had his own paycheck. So he ain't upper
Right.
middle no more. Now he's upper class. So
Right.
by the time he done hit the game, he done made
Yeah.
his money. He's like a Disney guy. I mean, he wasn't on Disney,
Yeah.
but he was like a Disney character.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and he
Nickel-
made
n-
him into an MC.
was it Disney or was it Nickelodeon?
I
Uh
think it was, honestly, I think it was on like HBO or something. Like, I don't know if
Talking
Degrassi
about
was
with
on.
Drake? Oh,
Yeah,
that show. Oh
Degrassi.
man, but you got to go back further.
Hmm.
He was on what was it, Disney or something like that before he even did all that, right?
Oh man, I don't know. I know Degrassi.
Yeah,
Shoot, hold on a minute. I know
yeah,
Degrassi was definitely one of the ones that, you
yeah.
know,
Hold on, like it was something he was on. It was either Nickelodeon or Disney before that
right. Like, let me see. So
when he was a kid. You know what I mean?
when he was a kid, yeah, he let me see.
I don't
Yeah,
know the name of
no,
the show. You might be talking about the same damn thing.
no, yeah, I know. I'm like rolling through it real quick because I mean, it's one of them things where he was able. So it was Degrassi, and that was something that he was able to get a hold with, and then afterwards, it was no, I mean, yeah,
What was
that was
before
it.
that?
That was, I think that was it. It was just Degrassi, and the thing is,
And what was it on?
he was 15 years old at the time, and
Uh,
Degrassi Next Generation was on. Oh man, they have it as telenovela. That's hilarious.
that's
Oh
hilarious.
goodness, this is not a novella. This is shoot. It was on CTV. It was on MTV. Um,
Yeah,
so
that's
I guess
crazy.
it was like I guess it was like an MTV thing. Which I mean, if you think about it, I mean, just to be on MTV at that point, he's like in his teens. MTV Canada to be specific. Like
Roger
it's
that. Roger that.
yeah, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He's been, and then what I'm now seeing is that Degrassi actually started coming out in the late 80s. So by the time he came around,
It
Degrassi
had
as a
already been
thing,
around. Yeah.
people knew about it. I
It
didn't
was a
even know.
franchise. I didn't know anything about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't
You
know
know what I'm
anything about
saying? Yeah, honest.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was
I'd be a lying ass if I told you I knew anything about it. That's why I was like, what did he start on?
so
Like
so think about
but
that,
but
right?
I'm thinking about it, and yeah, they went and found that guy. They got him, and he did his thing. But is he from Texas?
That
All he
that's
did was just he I don't know, motherfucker stole our style and went and made money with it pretty much. I'm gonna say he adopted the culture and the culture
hmm
adopted him and he started pressing with that and now he's gotten away from it. He might need to get back to it.
man,
That
bro.
Texas culture style, you know what I mean? And influential of the South. And that'll tell you the influence from here, from Texas to fucking Canada. You know what I mean? So Texas is definitely the influence of the culture of the South. And for those who don't know and tried to argue with us about whether Texas is the South or not, bitch, we the South. We
We
always
the
been the South.
South.
We always gonna be the South. Fuckers.
What Pimp C? You like Florida? Ain't that like East Coast? That's on the ocean.
Right. Ain't that East Coast? You know what I'm saying?
He's
We
like, nah,
third
man, that's
coast.
that's southeast,
Motherfucker.
man. He said that's
Right.
southeast.
You know what I'm saying? That
Shout
shit
out
ain't
Florida.
goddamn the South Side. Shout out Florida. No offense, man. Y'all the South in y'all own gutter way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out there with them gators and shit. Shout
Yeah,
out to you. You
fuck
know
that
what I
shit.
mean? But that's
Fuck that shit
but that's the East
completely.
Coast. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But shout out to you. Y'all still the South. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Cause y'all put in y'all work to be the South. And it's not just saying that the South is just that local. I would really say that the South extends from the Southeast all the way over to the Midwest, which is,
hmm
right down here in the South where we at. So it's the South mid. You know what I mean? Like out here it's the South, man. Like this is Texas is the bottom of this fucking map. Like we're the lowest point you can go.
Yep.
Like uh shout out California still holding on. Can't believe California still holding on. That's really crazy.
Yeah,
That
man.
it's
And,
even still a part of the United States map. Like it's
and
gonna
that part.
disconnect one day. They better hurry up over there.
All the fucking
Better figure
earthquakes and
out.
shit.
Yeah, they better figure out
Oh
how
my
to deal with
god.
that. But the South is always gonna be here, man. And shout out to Atlanta for being
hmm
such a big influence in the South. And of course, we always give Atlanta they props, but man, Texas, we was doing it first, and we always will be, man. We this is what we do, and it's just just saying, you know, to
hmm
everybody else out there, what it do.
What it
Shout
do?
out to you, appreciate you. East Coast, North, South, West. What up, though?
It's
We still
amazing,
in here.
man. It's amazing because
Uh,
when you think about it, think about the labels, right? We got Rap a Lot that came out at that time.
yeah,
What labels from that time are actually still around, right? Like when you really
man,
think about it, or if they are around, they don't went through some transitions. They didn't really branch
it's
off
been
or
a
nothing,
lot.
right?
It's been a lot
Yeah.
that's been through transitions. It's been a lot that faded. It's been a lot
Yes.
that's not around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot that competed at that time and was definitely losing.
Yep.
But they came back and resurrected themselves and came back strong for a long haul too.
Yep.
Some carried, some carried and carried their weight and did fabulous. Put out a
Hmm.
lot of really great hits, a lot of good artists, a lot of good music, a lot of good artistry. Like they
Hmm.
definitely did. And I feel like us as a whole, as a community, as a music community, we've done well. Okay, we've done amazing to get to this point, but we got to get back to some of the fundamentals,
Hmm.
some of the basic fundamentals of just expression, actually making sense, actually having some kind of structure to your music. Being outside of the box is great. Being unique is awesome. That's what music was created for.
Yes.
Self-expression, to be able to learn and create and go and push the boundaries and push the envelope. Yes, but some things that were not broken did not need to be fixed. And we got to decipher what is and what isn't when it comes to that. Some
Exactly.
things you got to stay true to. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, then sorry for you. You're probably the problem and not the solution. We need to actually get to the point where we're making more good music for the feel good and the expression and the actual growth of self, and not just self, because when you find growth in self, it'll help other people find growth in themselves. We'll start
Exactly.
actually healing the nation instead of killing it. We'll start
Hmm.
creating a culture that's buildable and a foundation that's built uponable
Yes.
instead of, and yeah, that was what I said. You heard what I said. Take it, write it down, and use it. Build uponable.
Man,
Okay.
it's crazy,
So
man. Like,
we need to be able to do that, and hip hop needs it. Is starving for it. Rap needs it. Is starving for it. The culture needs it. Is starving for it. We're starving
yes,
for knowledge, and we're starving to be great. We're starving to be powerful. This is
yes.
Big Facts. Your boy Big TP the realest. We
Huh.
gotta get the fuck out of here.
Out of here. Till next time, bosses. I'll take that back. You know I love you.
Hell yeah. No, keep that.
Okay.
Busters, keep that.
Bosses. Big facts. We out of here.
Big facts.